Good morning. I was watching Maya Angelou, her speak at university, and she talked about the rainbow and the cloud. And so that was interesting to me of how she gave the illustration of who was a rainbow and her cloud. Of course, the cloud meaning any type of distraction, any type of frustration, any type of adversities, any type of trauma, any type of just things that try to bring some type of dysfunction in your life. And so then she talked about the rainbow being those who have contributed in helping her during the times of the clouds. And so the story that she gave, well, she also talked about these type of clouds that she's had in her life, and having to leave her mother and go and stay with her grandmother, having to had a child at a teen age, having to go through just a lot of different struggles in her life. At one point, I think she had spoken and called some man to may have died or something, and so she muted herself for a period of time and wouldn't say anything. And so she had a lot of clouds in her life. She had a lot of struggles in her life. And so the rainbow was her uncle Willie, who was a cripple that was raised back in the lynching time. And so she said when she was a little girl, Uncle Willie would put her in front of this black kettle. I guess it was a stove, because back then I guess it was in the country, and how you have those black kettle stoves, and those things are very hot. And so he would put her in front of it, and he would make her read in front of that hot black kettle stove, and he would have her doing it every day for hours and hours. And so as she got older and began to speak at different places, she met a lot of people. And so one guy said that came up to her and said how Uncle Willie had helped his grandfather in reading, and his grandfather helped him, and so now he is some political person. And then another one is a mayor where Uncle Willie helped him, and then sorry about that. And then she was saying how when she was at the in Washington and getting ready to give a speech, and then this man came up to her and said that they have some type of connection, and it was that Uncle Willie helped his grandfather, and now he is a legislator. And so these are rainbows that Uncle Willie had put out to help other people. And so the question is, who is your rainbow? Who has been there to help you? One of mine is both. I have two, my grandmothers, both grandmothers, but this one particular grandmother was the one that was the rainbow in my cloud. And being raised as a little girl in the 60s, my grandmother used to take us to Woolworth, and of course during the segregation and the civil rights, we had to go downstairs where the black people were, and she just exposed me to the way life was then. And then I remember she used to take us to Craig's. Craig's is a store something like Josky's. You probably don't even remember Josky's, and but I think it's like the modern day Dillard's or something like that. To me, it was like Neiman Marcus because it was very expensive. But my grandmother took us there, and I remember we were there, and we were there where the black people could go. But at the same time, my grandmother bought us some nice coats, and I remember I had this trench coat and had plaid inside, and I had a plaid scarf, and so she was just a rainbow in my clouds, because of course on the weekends we used to stay with her and my other grandmother, and until we got older, where we had to stay by ourselves because my mother was always gone. And so my grandmother was the rainbow in my cloud. And so I just remember all these different situations. I remember that Black Panthers had a headquarters that was in Houston off of Dollar, and it was a Church's Chicken across the street, and we would go there and we could look at the building and stuff. So it was a lot of exposure that she exposed me to during the civil rights time and so forth, and how she was a rainbow in my cloud. So I just wanted to share that, empower somebody, encourage somebody that look at the rainbows that are in your clouds, and then you can be a rainbow to somebody else's cloud, and never be willing to not be a rainbow in somebody else's cloud. So take a look, see how you can be a rainbow in somebody else's cloud, and then be grateful of those who have been a rainbow in your cloud. All right, this is your morning empowerment. You have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Oh, don't forget, those women, if you want to connect with my Facebook, Destiny Grabbers Women's Gathering, or subscribe to my YouTube, Dr. Tanya Hightower. All right. Thank you. Have a great day.